We need to wait. All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Sonic. This game taking place here on and low on time, so I'm going to go ahead and get to that 2-minute mark and get things underway. All right, there we are. 2 minutes, 7 seconds. Hawk spawning as the red human on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Sonic spawning as... Well, nope, colors are wrong. There we go. Sonic spawning as the yellow Night Elf over here on the top right. Archmage going to go ahead and easily militia clear out of this creep camp. Rock Golden Creep Camp should be picking up a Forest Troll Shadow Priest, having access early to early healing and early abolish magic. Always useful if you think you're going up against a Keeper of the Grove. In this instance, Sonic actually going for Warden first, and Warden actually becoming a to see how players adapt and change, and that there isn't one real way to play a race. It seems like for many years it was Demon Hunter, then it was always Keeper of the Grove. Warden has made a comeback, and now even though there is not Tyrannus stand on the current map pool. Damcoder, you have a hand for Epic Games. That was not my choice. That was actually a highly recommended replay from WarCraft 3 info. And I also have some community members who screen my replays for me because people have often said, like you don't get to cast that many games, right? And so why don't you watch a game beforehand and to see if it's a good replay? Well, if I watch the game beforehand, I'm much more giving analysis than play-by-play commentary, since I know the outcome of the game. Not knowing the outcome of the game really allows me to try and make predictions, be right, be wrong, and really be surprised as well live on screen. I think a couple of mentions of me completely being dumbfounded, jaw dropped, absolutely unable to make a comment during some epic moments and epic gameplay. Warden now making its way down off to the other side, does have a Robe of Magi, so has plenty of mana, and with Fan of Knives could easily cause some problems. You can see Hawk already purposely trying to spread apart all of these peasants to try and dodge Fan of Knives as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest tries to hide itself into a corner, and by trapping itself into a corner, oh, what is that? A beautiful move. Hawk with next level micro right there, able to escape away with the Forest Troll Shadow Priest while somewhat trapping a Warden, knowing the sizes of the units. That is just an absolutely brilliant, beautiful play as the Warden now down to 58 hit points, forced to retreat back. Archmage, on the other hand, actually able to disrupt a little bit of all of the action here as the Ancient of War taking quite a bit of damage from the creeps. Warden, however, ends up surviving that crazy matchup right there as the expansion for Hawk is now completed. Some beautiful micro straight out of the gate of this game as we're looking now at the Archmage looking to clear up and disrupt some of this creeping. Warden already back into action. One of the reasons why Night Elf is such a viable race is their early access to healing and their Moonwells. Their Moonwells heal instantaneously, and even after a pretty much what would be considered an all-in commitment for level 3 now onto the Warden, an all-in commitment for many of the other races on their primary heroes. The Night Elf able to heal back up even at tier 1, getting ready to put pressure onto the Archmage who tries to retreat back now. Another Forest Troll Shadow Priest going to join alongside the Archmage. Archmage needs to be healed up and healed up quickly. Sonic going to get some free experience finishing off a couple of additional units here. Maybe able to get off another Shadow Strike. Level 2 Shadow Strike. Very powerful. Just like level 2 Entangle. And at this point in the stage in the game can often finish off a unit because the unit is one, moving slower, and number 2, well, just taking 30 damage every tick of time. All right, Forest Troll Shadow Priest purposely backing away, trying to get away from that get away from that one particular bit of damage as the Warden now gets another Shadow Strike onto the Archmage. 150 damage straight out of the gate, and then, well, a bunch of damage over time to offset it as well. Now, How is Sonik going to respond next? He picks up a Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Going to try and go for another Shadow Strike onto, well, the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Forest Troll Shadow Priest actually takes a little bit of damage, and he's not going to be... Is he going to be able to heal himself out of this one? That is the question there. Down to 45 hit points, down to 27, down to 40, and he's still trying to hang on. 23 hit points, 35, 36, 18. Is he going to be able to survive? 31 hit points, and he survives that barely. Panda now comes back in to join in on the battlefield, gets a breath of fire across multiple units, and, well, Panda, coupled alongside the Warden, able to do a lot of 1-2 punches as Sonik, straight out of the gate, trying to put in pressure with all of these heroes. Healing up, back up to full. Hawks, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, ready for action again. As, well, he never got that final kill. Warden, Robe of Magi, Claws of Attack +5. Meanwhile, Ancient of War has rooted itself next to the Ogre Magi creep camp here and starting to get in a little bit of damage too. Alright, there goes some ensnares. Ancient of War should be able to easily finish this off. Are we looking at a Tree of Eternity? It looks like that will be placed down. It was not pre-built and walked on over. Alright, Warden now making its way down. Forest Troll getting taken down there. Shadow Strike onto another suspecting Footman. Footman now trying to be healed back up as the Warden now getting mucked up by the Mud Golem with a slow effect right there. Alright, slow effect. Not quite as effective, I believe, as the Sorceress is slow, but still effective enough to cause problems as we're looking at the, well, Warden down to 24 hit points, blinks away to dodge that last bit of damage. All right, some crazy damage, crazy fighting overall. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units here. Warden, what is it even doing? Shadow Strikes onto a suspecting Archmage. Archmage may end up getting taken down. Archmage levels up. That level up may be enough to give him enough hit points. There's the Potion of Healing, and the Shadow Strike would have killed him if the Archmage did not level up. I cannot believe the number of close moments in this game, and we're only 9 minutes into this matchup. This game I chose randomly. Most games are not this exciting, and I'm dumbfounded by the level of micro and the level of execution by all of these plays here. I thought that early Forest Troll Shadow Priest dodge of the Warden was great, but no, this game has had so many moments. For all of you guys out there, let me know what your favorite moment in this game is or has been so far, as the Panda now looking to get a little bit more experience clearing up a 5-3-3 creep camp. Coming back down here, the Warden super low on hit points, only at 125. Still, venturing forward, does have a Potion of Invisibility and perhaps is hoping to snipe down some units again. It does have access to Blink, and the Panda is still regenerating quite a bit of hit points, or excuse me, the Ancient of War is still regenerating quite a bit of hit points. Archmage coming in off to the side here. Archmage is right there. Units are going to try and retreat back. Panda could try for a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, but the Mountain King is right there behind as well. Stormbolt onto the Brewmaster. Brewmaster is in a world of hurt, down to 141 hit points. He tries to walk back around. Potion of Invulnerability given to the Brewmaster at 35 hit points. Double Potion of Invulnerability on both heroes to get that save. Panda stays alive at 50 hit points. Dryads continuing to fight here. Warden around in the backfield trying to finish off some more units again as the Water Elemental gets taken down. Low hit point Panda, low hit point Warden, Mountain King with mana on Stormbolt, and we still don't see that as of yet. Alright, I was wondering what was that Panda trying to do running back into battle, only to see that there was an Amazon Prime delivery with a Potion of Invulnerability on it, delivered in time to save him right there. Had to meet the driver at the curb in order for it to be a successful transfer. Dryads now putting pressure back here. Sonik and Hawk playing an amazing game here on Last Refuge. Hawk currently sitting on at low upkeep down to the south here. Meanwhile, off to the north, Sonik getting rejuvenated and healed back up once more. And, well, I'm surprised the chat isn't going absolutely bonkers at some of the plays that we're seeing here. Hey, Rubski? Oh, no. I'm trying to say his name. Kiddo, I don't know. Well, when was the... I don't know. Doesn't it feel weird to call a 40-year-old guy a kiddo? Anyways, I don't know. Maybe he's much older than me. Coming back around, Warden gonna go ahead and clear up this creep camp here. Breath of Fire hitting off the unit here as the Warden picks up the health stone. Panda could be in trouble. Down to 117 hit points, down to 85, and able to be saved. A rejuvenation on the heroes now in order to regenerate all of those precious hit points. Electro, thank you for the follow. No, I was not calling. Oh, calling you. They see you on the camera. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Why don't you go finish your breakfast, dear? Thank you. All right, coming back around, Warden, no Scroll of Town Portal, coming, and here we are, Ancient of War, gonna get caught out in midfield here, Ogre Lord. Ogre Lord is out onto the battlefield, out on the battlefield, trying to, like, refocus on this game. Hawk, with all three heroes out on the battlefield, Mountain King going to be working alongside that Paladin as the Warden, Potion of Invulnerability, is trying to go after some of these key units, trying to finish off a 4-stroll Shadow Priest, only to see the 200 hit point burst heal counteract all of this again. All right, Warden now trying to back away down to 150 mana. Meanwhile, we're looking at siege engines from Hawk trying to put pressure onto the Tree of Life, but the Breath of Fire unable to finish off one of those siege engines there. Knights out here onto the battlefield. Dryads are going to continue the fight. Warden in that frontline spot. Water Elemental is absolutely just getting abolished right in that front line here as we have level 4 on both the the Panda and also the Warden. Warden looking to try and finish off more units, trying to finish out the Paladin. Paladin could end up getting taken down. He does end up getting taken down right before the Scroll of Town Portal. Even with the Scroll of Town Portal, it may not have been enough. The priest would not have been able to heal fast enough, and trying to get the micro on the Arcane Vault to buy the Potion of Healing when you have multiple heroes there would have been awfully close. All right, units still making their ways around here. One Staff of Preservation on the Panda had saved a lower hit point. Druid of the Claw, both sides now sitting on one expansion here as the Archmage looks to, go after another Ogre Lord creep camp, trying to pick up those powerful items. Archmage with that Orb of Fire able to deal a bit of bonus damage as well, and that 4-stroll Shadow Priest is not going to be able to heal nearly as much damage because of that Orb of Fire. Health regeneration significantly reduced. Meanwhile, the Archmage is at level 4, getting close to level 5. Mountain King still sitting at level 3, and we're now going to be looking at the Panda coming back in from the north. There's a Shadow Strike onto a Knight. Drunken Haze, are we going to see a Breath of Fire? There's the follow-up Breath of Fire. So much damage over time. The Knight, however, going to end up surviving as the Staff of Sanctuary is going to, regenerate and recover much of those hit points. Warden looking to perhaps try and finish off the Mountain King, gets a Shadow Strike onto the Mountain King, but Mountain King still looking pretty strong here as the Warden finally blinks away off to the north. Meanwhile, Siege Engines doing what they do best against Night Elf, absolutely annoying them as the Siege Engines with 0-2 armor dealing significant damage here. We could be looking at a rejuvenation on that bear as this Siege Engine may be forced to pull back here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Tome of Strength +2. Brewmaster, you could be doing extra damage, have extra hit points, but his attention was focused elsewhere. All right, Dryads ready to launch into an attack here. Panda going to get into a position perhaps in that front line spot. Siege Engine now making its way towards another location as the mortar teams able to get in some easy damage by lobbing those shells against those unarmored Dryads if they get a little bit too close. There's another Breath of Fire trying to hit across some early units, only to see a Staff of Preservation save that unit once again. Mortar teams, quad mortar teams trying to fight up against all of those units. Dryads getting absolutely splatted there as the Panda trying to use the Drunken Haze Breath of Fire to add in more damage. Paladin getting Staff of Sanctuary retreated back home as well, as we see a lot of illusion bears in this battle, making this fight look very much one-sided. Sonik may end up losing a couple of too many bears here. Those illusion bears are just an illusion and would end up falling very, very quickly without dealing any damage. As soon as we see the Stormbolt go down, there's a beautiful Staff of Preservation for the save once more. The illusion bears purposely being held back to cause a little bit of traffic. Hawk sitting at 75 supply compared to 61. 61 as well. What is Sonic hoping to do here? Sonic trying to rebuild his army. Meanwhile, Hawk still having a slight supply advantage and also a hero level advantage. Level 5, level 4, and level 2. A lot of beautiful saves with those Staff of Sanctuaries between the heroes so far. All right. Archmage should trying to be backing away. Mountain King needs to get a little bit of additional experience, trying to perhaps get up to level 5 as the Paladin makes its way back over as well. Sonic is actually losing this game right now, but can he mount a comeback? That is the question. Level 4 on the Warden, level 4 on the Panda, and trying to perhaps build the right combination of units. We are looking at... Okay, then you still have other things you need to do. Sheets, other things, so don't watch them. All right, coming back around, Archmage, Knights, Mountain King, Mortar teams ready to make their way off to the north. Bear's going to try and engage here. Warden going to try and, well, get into that front line spot. There is a blink and a quick Shadow Strike. Abolish Magic trying to fight Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across many of those frontline Knights, but that damage over time is still going to add up. Still a lot of damage to be added here as level 2 Blink does reduce the cost. Shadow Strike along the, or Blink along the backline to go after all of these Mortar teams as the Panda is now finally out of mana. Warden trying to fight back against all of these units here. Another group of units going to get taken down. There goes the Shadow Strike on, and there goes a Knight as well. Knights are falling left and right. 57 supply compared to 65 as we see a Stormbolt finishing off that last unit there. Dryad getting lost. Low hit point Knights just abounding everywhere. Look at how many units are just constantly getting staffed of Sanctuaried back at home. All right. We would most likely be looking at a level 5 Panda already. Wait, Warden getting felled? Where did it... Warden dove into an attack here, trying to perhaps focus down a handful of Knights, unsuspecting that the Mountain King had enough mana to perhaps get a Stormbolt off and then finish off the Warden before the Warden was able to properly escape. That is, well, a complete misstep by Sonic. Sonic was doing such a good job trying to get his way back into this game, but now has, well, given even more experience to Hawk as Hawk's heroes are getting closer to, well, level 5 on that Mountain King. Level 5 Mountain King, meaning will unlock level 3 Thunderclap or level 3 Stormbolt, something that Sonic definitely does not want to see, as that damage would just be perhaps a little bit too much to overcome. Hawk also with a Cannon Tower expansion here at the 4 o'clock position, and with that misstep, Sonic may have, well, sealed the deal and, well, prevented any source of comeback that he was looking at. Meanwhile, Archmage is getting caught out in the open here. Is it going to be one misstep after another? A big Holy Light 400 hit point heal as Drunken Haze Breath of Fire goes across multiple units. Bear is trying to fight around. Where is the Warden? Warden dives on into the backside here. Does have an anti-magic potion. No longer has the Mana Stone as it was already used. There's a Staff of Preservation for the save as the units are now trying to retreat back. 74 supply compared to 59. Warden needs to get back into the fight here. Cannot fight this this army without him, as we see a Stormbolt into the Panda. Sonic's Panda is now trying to retreat back once more. Hawk chasing off with all of those units and creating a little bit of separation and distance, allowing him to perhaps take down this expansion here. Last minute detonation, trying to remove mana from the Mountain King and that Paladin, but not removing all of the necessary targets. Is he going to be able to hold off this attack here? Thunderclap slowing down many of the bears as they're going to get focused down here. Mountain King gets up to level 5, and we should be looking at it, perhaps another level 3 Thunderclap right there, slowing things down more. Brewmaster gets taken down, and that is going to be the GG. All right, one crucial misstep with Sonic's Warden early on, forcing a resurrection at the tavern. Resurrecting a level 5 hero at the tavern. That is gold that could be better spent elsewhere, but instead being forced to well, make up for that mistake that really ended up costing Sonic any sort of comeback. Let me know what your favorite moment was in that game of some pretty micro intensive moments in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.